तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
गौरी गणेशा विनायका 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 शुक्लांबरधर नाथ गजानन श्री गणराया विनायका गजवदना जय गणपति वंदना गजवदना जय गणपति वंदना मंगलमूर्ति गजानना मंगलमूर्ति गजानना मंगलमूर्ति गजानना हे मंगलमूर्ति गजानना गौरी गणेशा विनायका शुक्लांबरधर नाथ गजानन श्री गणराया विनायका गजवदना जय गणपति वंदना गजवदना जय गणपति वंदना मंगलमूर्ति गजानना नटराजा
ईश्वरा हे नटराजा
नंदीश्वरा हे नटराजा
ईश्वरा हे नटराजा
नंदात्मजा हरिनारायणा नंदात्मजा हरिनारायणा
नंदात्मजा हरिनारायणा
नारायणा हरिनारायणा
नारायणा हरिनारायणा
नारायणा हरिनारायणा नागाभरणा नमः शिवाय नागाभरणा नमः शिवाय नादस्वरूपा नमो नमो नादस्वरूपा नमो नमो नारायणा हरिनारायणा नारायणा हरिनारायणा नंदीश्वरा हे नटराजा नंदात्मजा हरिनारायणा नारायणा हरिनारायणा नागाभरणा नमः शिवाय नादस्वरूपा नमो नमो नारायणा हरिनारायणा नारायणा हरिनारायणा नंदीश्वरा हे नटराजा
तुम हो अनाथ नाथ भगवान 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 ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा 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 भगवान मात पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो मात पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो भक्त सखा भगवान दीन सखा भगवान
सखा भगवान।
ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
तुम हो अनाथ नाथ भगवान। ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
मात पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो।
मात पिता गुरु बंधु तुम हो।
भक्त सखा भगवान। दीन सखा भगवान। भगवान 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 प्राण सखा भगवान। ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
ओ साई मेरे प्राण सखा भगवान।
तुम हो अनाथ नाथ भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ शिव साईनाथ भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
दया करो दया करो दया करो 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 भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
दीन दयाला साई घनश्यामा। दीन दयाला साई नाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
दीन दयाला साई घनश्यामा, पतित पावना हे साई रामा। दया करो दया करो दया करो भगवान।
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 हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ भगवान।
अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर भी तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
हो तुम ईश्वर हो तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर भी तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
हो तुम ईश्वर हो तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
परतीश साई शंकरा तुम ही हो मेरे प्राण।
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 अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर भी तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
महावीर नानक
जो राष्ट्र यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
राष्ट्र यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
जो राष्ट्र यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
राष्ट्र यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
सच्चिदानंद साई तेरा वृंदावन शुभ धाम।
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 अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर भी तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
महावीर नानक नाम।
परतीश साई शंकरा तुम ही हो मेरे प्राण।
परतीश साई शंकरा तुम ही हो मेरे प्राण।
अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर भी तुम महावीर नानक नाम।
महावीर नानक नाम।
जो राष्ट्र यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
यीशु बुद्ध तुम हो सबके पालनहार।
सच्चिदानंद साई तेरा वृंदावन शुभ धाम।
सच्चिदानंद साई तेरा वृंदावन शुभ धाम।
सच्चिदानंद साई तेरा वृंदावन शुभ धाम।
सच्चिदानंद साई तेरा वृंदावन शुभ धाम। अल्लाह तुम ईश्वर हो तुम
महावीर नानक नाम।
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है,
शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है,
शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है।
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूप आप है,
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है,
शांति प्रेम जीवन का मर्म है।
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम सबको दीजो।
सत्य नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
सत्य नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
सत्य 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 नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे,
हरे रामा हरे रामा हरे रामा हरे हरे,
हरे रामा हरे रामा हरे रामा हरे हरे,
सत्य नारायण गोविंद माधवा, साई नारायण गोविंद केशवा,
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 हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे,
हरे रामा हरे रामा हरे रामा
सत्यनारायण गोविन्द माधवा
गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा
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 भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा
गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा
भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
भवनाशा भवबंध विमोचन
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
सत्य साई शिव शंकरा
गंगाधरा हर गंगाधरा
Bhakti is attained by undivided bhajan, which means devotional practices. Now he is telling us that do bhakti incessantly. This is the problem. Bhakti means engaging your mind in God. When you do that, the mind gets cleansed. And then when you take the mind to the world is in 3 gunas. Then the mind gets soiled, dirty. Now in the morning you get up and clean the mind with your bhakti and devotion. You did sadhana for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. Then after that you forget about God. You close the cupboard, Bhagavanji, you stay in the cupboard, now I'll do my worldly duties. So 1 hour you were cleaning the mind. And 23 hours you were dirtying the mind. In other words, the spiritual earning was $1 and the spiritual loss was $5. Then how do you expect to progress? If you wish to progress, then even if the earning is less, the losses need to be minimized. So that will keep on adding. That is why in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna keeps on repeating, Sarveshu Kaleshu. Remember me at all times. Satatam kirtayam tomam, ananyas chintayam tomam, yomam smarati nityashah, tesham nityabhiyuktanam. Nitya, all the time, Arjun, you have to remember me. If there is one instruction that is repeated maximum times in the Bhagavad Gita, it is this one instruction to always think of God. The Naradji is emphasizing it here, avyavritta bhajanat. If you are serious about bhakti, then it must be avyavrit. You see, some people do weekly bhakti. Most people do half-yearly bhakti. Just now, we celebrated the Krishna Janmashtami at the Radha Krishna temple. So there were 10,000 people who came. The line was 1,000 people long. Everybody knows for Janmashtami, for Ram Navami, I must come. So twice you go. That is half yearly bhakti. So some people, they go beyond, so Sunday to Sunday. But Sri Krishna says, Naradji says, no, not weekly bhakti, nirantar bhakti. Always remember the Lord. So how will you remember Him always? When you feel that He is always with you and He is always watching you. This is the practice of the presence of God. There was once one Mia Sahab. He read the namaz so much that his knees got spoilt. So another Mia Sahab, he said that you have read the namaz so many times. Did you meet Allah? No. What does that mean? Allah did not even like one of your namaz. Said, you have a point there. I have read it so many times and Allah has not shown Himself, means He doesn't like my namaz. So he asked the second one, does Allah meet you? The second one just in a boast said, I meet Him every day. The first guy said, next time when you meet Him, ask Him whether He liked my namaz or not. Second guy said, I will ask. Now where was the question of meeting Allah? He met Him the next day. The first guy said, did you ask Allah whether He liked my namaz? Yes, I went and asked Him. What did He say? He said, He did not even like one namaz of yours. So the first guy said, really? He started dancing. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. The second guy thought, I am trying to put him down and he is dancing. Arey Mia Sahab, you have not heard me properly. I am telling you that Allah did not even like one namaz of yours. He kept on dancing. After 5 minutes, he stopped and said, Mia Sahab, I heard you. Then why were you dancing? I was dancing because if Allah gave this decision that He did not like even one namaz of mine, it means He was hearing my every namaz. So insignificant person like me, who is doing namaz 5 times a day for the last 60 years, Allah's nazar is on me all the time and He is hearing every namaz of mine. Only then He is giving this decision. So I was just thinking, I am so blessed, He is always listening to me. That is why I was dancing. But that is the important point to note. You see, in the temple we all realize the presence of God. He is there, you bow down before Him, you become reverential. And when you go out, there is no God there. So outside you can do anything you like, 420, chalaki, makkari. Now this definition we have of God has to be expanded. God is in the temple, of course He is, but He is also outside. The whole world is His temple. So why do you say कि मंदिर में बदमाशी मत करो? Why don't you say कहीं भी बदमाशी मत करो? Well, that is when you feel that God is always with you. He is always watching you. Then your bhajan will start becoming nirantar. In other words, at all times. Some people ask, Swamiji, I like to chant the name of God. When I go into the washroom, can I chant God's name there also? So somebody said, chi. In such a dirty place you take God's name? But Narad ji did not say, you chant the name of God always but not in the restroom. Narad ji is saying, you chant His name 24 hours a day. Let your bhajan be always. And Lord Krishna said the same, Sarveshu Kaleshu. At all times, Arjun, you remember me. He did not say, when you go to this place, then don't remember me. So there is no question of God getting tainted by taking His name in the restroom. Samarath kahu nahi dosha gosai, Ravi pavak sur sari ki nai. Just like the sunlight falls on the urine puddle. The sun doesn't get tainted, the urine gets cleansed and purified. You put some dirty object in the fire purifies it. So Samarath, the one who is all-powerful, doesn't get tainted. There is no question of God getting impure by taking His name anywhere, but we will get purified. So in engaging in bhakti, there is no rule of sthan or of kal. In Karma Kand, there were immense rules we discussed yesterday, right? You have to see so many things, 6 upkarans. Not even one syllable should be wrong. But when it comes to bhakti, all these rules fall away. If you like, you say Ram Ram. If you like, you say Mara Mara. God doesn't care. Murkho vadati Vishnaya, dhiro vadati Vishnave, tayor mulyam tu vaitulyam bhavagrahi janardana. One who is a Sanskrit Pandit says Vishnave Namaha. One who doesn't know Sanskrit, there are some Pandits, hereditary. They actually don't know Sanskrit, but they are called for puja, they do it, so they say Vishnaya Namaha. Ramaya Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnaya Namaha. But God doesn't care whether you said Vishnaya Namaha or Vishnave Namaha. Bhavagrahi. He cares for your bhav, for your sentiment. So this bhakti can be done everywhere and at all times. And Narad ji is saying avyavrit. Hanuman ji had said, Kaha Hanumanta vipati prabhu soi, jab tav sumiran bhajan na hoi. The only calamity in the world is that moment when we have forgotten God. So we need to remember Him always. And how do you remember Him always? You feel His presence with you. There was Brother Lawrence of the Resurrection. He was a monk living in a monastery in England. And he was an ordinary monk. Nobody really knew much about him outside. He was maintaining diaries of his spiritual practice. When he died, they got those diaries and started reading them. And they found so much of wisdom, they published the diary, his practice of the presence of God. And they took his remains and replaced them in Westminster Abbey, where the biggest VIP's remains are placed. So in that book, Practice of the Presence of God, he says, if I were a preacher, because he was not a preacher, he was just doing cleaning of the ashram and all. If I were a preacher, I would preach nothing but the practice of the presence of God. When you practice the presence of God, you will automatically stop sinning. Why do people sin? In New York, the lights went out for a few days in the 1970s once, and the amount of offenses that were done were completely beyond records. Shops were broken at night. Nobody is watching. Do what you like. You see, that is why it happens. One person is going out at night to sin, midnight. He is thinking nobody is watching. And as he's about to do, his friend comes from behind. Are yaar, what are you doing? Oh, no, I was not feeling sleepy, thought I may as well have a cigarette. Now he sees somebody is watching, so he is not sinning. And if you can think that God is watching always, and he is going to note the karmas and give the results, then where is the question of sinning? It is in our benefit to practice this. And how do you practice? Just feel that he is there. Now in theory we all know he is Ghatvasi, he is everywhere. But we have not brought it in our conscious awareness. The conscious awareness is I. Now to that conscious awareness you add one more. He is with me, he is with me. In other words, I am not alone, we are two. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vriksham parikhasvajate tayoranyah pippalam swadvatya nashnan nanyo abhichakashiti. This mantra is in the Mundaka Upanishad and it is also in the Shvetashvatar Upanishad. It states there is a tree. On the tree are two birds sitting. The first bird is eating the fruit of the tree. The second bird is its friend, it is just watching. The first bird is sometimes happy, sometimes sad. When it gets a sweet fruit, it is happy. When it gets a bitter fruit, it is sad. Mostly it is getting bitter fruits. The second bird is just watching. If the first bird only turns around towards its friend, all its miseries will finish. Here the analogy is given. The tree is the human body. The first bird is the Jivatma. The second bird is the Paramatma. Both are sitting inside. The soul is inside and the Supreme Soul, God, is also inside. Now the soul has got its back to God, right? And he is eating the fruit of karma in the body. So sometimes good karma, bad karma, the results come, happy, sad, usually sad. All he needs to do is turn around. The second bird is watching and not interfering, because he has a rule on surrendering, I will grace you. So turning around means what? Just bringing God into your awareness. And moment you bring God in your awareness, your whole perspective will change. Now you will think, if he is there, this world is his, it is not mine. All these people are his little parts. Let me behave with them respectfully. All that I am doing is by his grace, there is no need to be proud. All that I am doing should be for his pleasure. So everything falls into place when you add the one. After that, all the zeros make sense. That is why this practice of the presence of God is one of the most important things. And Naradji has said, Avyavritta bhajanat, constantly engage in bhajan. This is doable, right? Is it? It is. The only thing is that you say, okay, Swamiji said to do it, then tomorrow you go and try. And after 1 hour, you're not able to remember, then you say, Swamiji, I tried, I could not do it. It's not like that. The practice will slowly grow on you. First time you tried and for an hour you forgot, then again you tried. But then keeping on practicing, slowly it will keep growing until that remembrance becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And then that stage will come of Nirantar Smaran, which Lord Krishna said, Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmar. If you wish to summarize the whole Bhagavad Gita in 1/4 of a shlok, Out of 700 shlokas, just 1/4 of a shlok, it is this one, Sarveshu Kaleshu. At all times, Arjun, do your duty and remember me.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Sathya Sai Hare, Bhaktadana Samrakshak, Bhaktadana Samrakshak, Pati Maheshwara. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Shashi Bhagana Shri Kara, Sarva Pranapati, Swami Sarva Pranapati, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Ashrita Kalpaladika, Apadvandava. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Mata Pita Guru Daivam Mariyantayu Neeve, Swami Mariyantayu Neeve, Nana Brahma Jagannatha, Nana Brahma Jagannatha, Nagendra Shayana. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Omkar Rupa Jasmi Ujjhali Mahadeva, Sathya Sai Mahadeva, Mangal Arati Antuko, Mangal Arati Antuko, Mandara Giridhari. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satgurudeva. Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satgurudeva. Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadgurudeva. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba